How many times does one need to get exposed for cheating in Call of Duty Warzone before they get the label Warzone hacker? How many times will others sit idly by while fellow competitors steal their money in these tournaments and build false hopes for the communities that watch them, their fans, as they see this and believe to themselves it's actually possible through practice and dedication? While I don't have the answers to those questions today, I do, however, have one added sus clip to throw into the mix for the streamer that's not only blatant with their cheats, but seemingly untouchable. Will the real ShiftyTv please stand up and exit the scene, because the video I'm about to share is quite inexcusable. And that video begins right now. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. On today's video, we have a very blatant clip that clearly displays ShiftyTv using Wallhacks in one of his gulag matches. And for those wondering about my take on the DjCeelo situation, I'll speak my mind on that towards the end of the video for those that want to know how I feel about it. Now, I'm assuming that most of you have already come to the conclusion that Shifty is cheating, based off of not only his aim snaps and his inhuman game sense, but for his refusal to do exactly what's asked of him to clear his name, and then being called out by multiple pros for them to only, as usual, do an about face and change their tune, or just flat out ignore the fact that they just called out a fellow competitor for cheating, allowing for no follow-up to clarify if this guy was actually cheating, almost if they didn't want you to know. In my opinion, they do this because they know he knows others that are doing the exact same thing as he's doing. And I guess the real question is, what does he know, and about whom does he know it? And as always, one sus clip does not amount to somebody being confirmed a cheater. But when you have one sus clip after another sus clip, yeah, it's pretty safe to assume that those probably aren't coincidences. So the clip in question comes from Shifty's Twitch stream about 4 days ago, in case anybody wants to claim that I'm clip manipulating, which Shifty's claimed about a lot of people that have accused him. So I'll leave the link to the original video on his Twitch channel for those that want to go over there and just check to make sure it's the exact thing that I say it is, and that's actually where I recorded it from. And during this clip, we witnessed Shifty in a gulag match against a player that charges straight up the middle. But before the enemy's even visible to Shifty, his aim snaps and he pre-fires to the entryway. In fact, his pre-aim is very early, so early that he has to let off and advance before he has a clear shot at the enemy, making myself, along with a lot of you I'm sure, believe that he's using some form of ESP cheats, whether that be a 2D radar or even Wallhacks. There's definitely something fishy going on here. And with all the other sus clips, I think it's time we get this guy out of here. Not just CMG tournaments, which by the way, he's been banned recently from competition, and it's amazing to me that they just don't ban him across everything. Like cheat providers, you get banned from one, most of the rest of them turn around and ban you, but the tournaments don't do that? Wow. Tell me that a cheat provider has better moderation than an official tournament? That's crazy. Anyways, check out this obvious slip up by Shifty.
What by?
Like by the house?
They are ready to fight.
To like middle right there.
Get ready, DjCeelo, you're on.
Mansion?
Win here and you return to the battlefield. Lose and your fight is over. Prove you got your hands dirty.
Now you could say it was a lucky guess, but the fact, even though the enemy wasn't visible, he still pre-fired and focused the area until the enemy became visible, instead of what a normal player without Wallhacks would do, by repositioning as he gave away his position to an enemy that he hasn't even seen, nor has any audio or minimap cues that would grant him the information of his enemy's whereabouts, thus granting him the ability to make such a play. So all indicators in my knowledge base and experience tells me he's cheating. And this is proof of it. And if you agree with my assessment, make sure you hit the like button so YouTube pushes this video out to more people so we can get more eyes on this. The more eyes on this guy, the better chance that something's done about him sooner, hopefully, rather than later. And if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bells enabled so YouTube never lets you forget when I upload new content or when I go live. Now, for those that want to know about my feelings about DjCeelo and how he was found to be a member of a Discord server that has to do with VPNs, that are tasked with breaking skill-based matchmaking. To be honest, at first I was quite disappointed that he didn't, allow himself to be put in that position. I'd definitely be putting my buddy on blast for sending me a link like that, to be honest, if I was him. Do I think DjCeelo's using a VPN? No, I don't. In fact, if you look at his COD tracker, he's more times than not put into the appropriate lobby for his KD. He's got a 1.5-ish. He gets put into 1 to 1.2 lobbies all day long, which is totally normal. I mean, yeah, he has a couple super low tier lobbies or super high tier lobbies sprinkled in here or there, but that's just the algorithm, nothing more. But I can definitely understand Beeman's disappointment in supporting Ceelo and then finding out Ceelo has opened himself up, to having doubt cast upon him. I can definitely understand that. I mean, listen, guys, I still like Ceelo. I don't think, even if he was proven to be using a VPN, that would make him a bad person. In fact, last time I checked, I don't even think Ceelo plays tournaments for that matter. I mean, he might get, don't quote me on that. And hey, I still like and respect Beeman. I respect both of them. I understand where they're both coming from. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I'm not a fan of SBMM to begin with. I'm not a fan of it at all. I think it only serves the purpose of benefiting Activision's bottom line, their profit. But that's another conversation for an entirely different video, because with that, you've made it through another video. I've been ItsHapa, and in the wise words of the 40th president of these great United States, Ronald Reagan, who said, "When you can't make them see the light, make them feel the heat." Catch you guys on the next one. Holla.
Hold up, little buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad. Know they gon' hate, do what I tell them. Get on your jaw. Work on smooth, I got the moves, I swear to God. Hey, I just dropped 200.